What is going on, guys? Brandon over here at Geek Talk. I want to apologize. It has been a minute. I went on a family trip with my family, I guess, down to Florida. I took a break from this whole YouTube thing, but we are back. We're going to be covering movies, TV shows, pop culture, all that fun stuff. And so this is my Scream 6 reaction slash review. If you guys aren't familiar how I do things on this channel, I don't go throughout the whole movie. I feel like if you're here, if you're watching this video, you're kind of just seeing what people are saying and their reactions to the movie. You've already seen it, so spoiler alerts ahead. Okay, I'm not giving you a down the list detail, but what the hell happens in this movie. But we're going to talk about things, okay? We're reacting to this. This isn't a typical movie review, okay? We do things differently here. So Scream 5. I think this is a popular opinion. Most people, I believe, enjoyed that film. It was fresh, it was fun. I loved how self-aware it was, the thrill, the kills, the characters, everything about it. We got the legacy characters. They were shown respect. Dewey got his way. Star Wars, like, this is how you treat legacy characters and usher in a new fold. You could have done this with Rey. You could have done this with Poe. You could have done it with Finn, but you decided not to. Take a lesson from Scream. You treat the legacy characters with respect, and in the meantime, you usher in a new dynasty. And that's your Jenna Ortega's Tara. That's your Sam. That's your Chad. That's your Mindy. Whew. And I love them, man. I thought Scream 5 had an amazing cast. Even the ones that got off. I thought they were all fun, spunky, interesting, crazy. They all had their motives. And that's the thing I think that drives Scream apart from other slashers. Because I'm not the biggest slasher guy. Do I respect what slashers have done for the horror genre? Yes. But am I the biggest slasher guy? No. But the thing that makes Scream stand alone, in my opinion, is the whodunit feel. Everybody loves a good whodunit. And Scream, I feel like, always does that really well. And Scream 5, I thought did a great job. If you're an experienced guy or experienced person like my wife or somebody who's into true crime and shit like that, it might not be hard for you to guess. But for people like me, we struggle with it. And we enjoy the slow burn and the reveal at the end. You're like, oh, I never would have thought. I thought it was Tara. Those kind of people that are just clueless throughout the whole movies. Clues are being hit and you're just not catching on. My wife works at an attorney's office. She does amazing at that stuff. She can, first 10 minutes, it's her. And I'm like, dude, how are these even fun watching? But Scream's always done that for me. I love a good whodunit. Even if you're good at it, I think you'll enjoy Scream 5. Scream 6, a little bit more the same. There are a few things that I didn't like. Let's start with, I feel like a lot of the characters had plot armor. Specifically Mindy and Chad. And like I said, spoilers, we see these two take some punishment throughout the movie, specifically Mindy. But Chad, he gets it. He gets it towards the end. And it's just shocking to see them both alive and well. Even a Gale Weathers. I believe she's alive. If I'm not mistaken, the EMT was like, she sensed a light pulse with Gale. But Gale had the most, I'm not going to say it was as cool as Dewey's, but Gale had a pretty gangster scene going on 1v1 versus Ghostface. She was holding her own. She was intuitive. She knew how to handle the situation, and it was her time to shine, and she did it. And I thought it was a perfect way to go out, but I don't think she is. I'm pretty sure she's alive. But there was that plot armor. I definitely thought Gale. I keep saying Gale Sayers, like I think the running back, but Gale Weathers. The plot armor, man. The plot armor. It was definitely Phil. You can even feel with Jenna Ortega and the self-awareness of these movies. Mindy actually even says, like, legacy characters like Jenna or main characters like Jenna, Ortega's Tara, or Sam Carpenter, like, they're not safe. But throughout the whole movie, every single, your core four, I believe is what they called it. Your core four, they all felt safe. Gale didn't feel safe because I thought they were doing, the same thing with Dewey. They were moving on. And Sidney Prescott, it would be interesting to see if her character comes back, but I don't think the actress wants to, so we'll see how that goes. But everybody besides your new kids like Ethan, let's say Detective Bailey, Danny Brackett, Quinn, and Anika, I think it is, they didn't feel safe. You knew that was kind of, those were the dead meat, like that. Go watch the YouTube channel Dead Meat. Amazing. Kill count. Fun as hell. But everybody felt safe. The plot armor. At times, some of the characters' acting was a little cheesy. Who my age doesn't love a little Hayden Panettiere? I think that's how you say her name. But I don't think she's developed as the greatest actor. There were some moments I'm like, what are you doing with your face, lady? Like she was cringy at times. Some of the new actors were cringy, and they were, not to say the characters in Scream 5 weren't generic. It was your typical clique in high school. But these, I mean, there was nothing special about it. You saw Ethan, he was just typically your dorky kid. Quinn, she was sex positive, I guess is how she explained it in the movie. And Anika, she was kind of your ditzy, lovable character. And Danny was just the suspicious detective or the suspicious boyfriend. And I look at it, I'm sitting here like I didn't like this movie. I didn't. It's just slashers. It's hard for me not to look at a slasher critically because I know you're not supposed to. You're there for the kills. You're there for the thrill. And this movie succeeds on that. I think if you're a Scream fan, a slasher fan, you're gonna love this movie. Dude. You want to talk about a bad one that I could go for days talking about is the new Halloweens. Absolutely garbage. This far from that, man. These are successful films. These are fun films to watch, and I'm excited for Scream 7. It's gonna be interesting where they're going. I think they're gonna have to start. I want to see. I feel like the original Screams, they didn't hold back. They didn't give a shit about the returning characters, like nothing like that. Tara Carpenter, Sam. Some of these people started. They gotta go. Your Gales, your Chads. I think Chad should have kicked the bucket, but now who knows what's going on? When are we gonna see? I can't remember the original, the guy who plays Shaggy. Like, when are we going to see his character come back? Because what are they going to do for the next villain? And the way I thought this movie was going to go, I guessed it. I didn't see them being three ghost faces, but I definitely, the suspect of the cop and the daughter, it was kind of, they were definitely one of the suspects, and they show that in the movie. But I thought, at the beginning of this movie, they were talking about how these, how Sam and Tara were handling the events of Scream 5. Sam's going to a shrink. Tara's kind of rebellion, doing her own thing, and just kind of trying to muscle it out. And then the whole time I was kind of thinking, like, how's Chad and Mindy handling it? How's Chad and Mindy handling it? I thought that would have been a lot funner twist than bringing back Sam's previous boyfriend. What's his Richie? I can't think of his name. I think it's Richie. Bringing his dad and his brother and his sister to it being, to be the killers. So it'll be interesting. And these movies usually, Chad's already in the next suspect list. I think he's gonna be the most popular candidate. I think for the next Ghostface, the next one to don the mask, just because nobody expects it. Chad's just a nice, lovable, fun, protective guy, but now he's the boyfriend. You can never count out the suspicious boyfriend. And not that he's suspicious, but nobody would see it coming. I feel like nobody, well, I don't know. I'm not really good at these, and that was my idea. So maybe people will see it coming. But I think Chad, maybe Mindy, like, we got to start dealing with this psychologically. I don't know, my voice just cracked. My voice might have just cracked for the first time in like 10 years. What the hell is that? I might need to stop talking. But yes, we'll see how Scream 8 or Scream 7 goes, dude. I'm excited. Good movie. Go check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's definitely a lot more brutal than the other ones, which I really enjoyed. It was, yeah. Go check it out. I know this wasn't my best reaction / review, but it's a slasher, man. It's a slasher. It is what it is. If you like this video, please leave a like down below, comment, let me know your thoughts on Scream 6. And if you're interested in future content, please subscribe. Like always, guys, love yourself. Try to love everybody. Deuces.